Hey guys, Jack here with MajorLeagueTrading.com. I'm going to be doing a video on what charting platform I use to trade Nadex and how to get that charting platform absolutely free. So what you're looking at, this is actually the ThinkOrSwim charting platform. ThinkOrSwim allows you to trade stocks, Forex, futures, options. However, there's no binary options on ThinkOrSwim. There's only binary options for two different brokers. One of them is Cantor, the other one's Nadex. Nadex is the one I decide to use. So I'm going to go to this Nadex platform right here. So this is the Nadex platform. And I want to show you guys what these charts look like compared to what you can do in ThinkOrSwim. Now, Nadex is great. They have a great platform. It's really the only market I trust to actually trade binaries, but their charting, to be honest, I don't like it. So if you go to, I'm going to go to their charts actually right here. So pop this up. And, the thing is, this is all web-based, which is, fine if you're transferring computers a lot, but I work from the same computer every single day, so I don't really necessarily need a web-based platform. But you can see, this is just a basic chart, and there's not too many things you can do that are that special on it. It's going to give you the price accurately. Sometimes the price is going to be slightly different than ThinkOrSwim because the way they collect their data. You can see, for example, the European Japanese yen here in ThinkOrSwim is 131.33, and in here it's 131.34.5. So they're like, right there, they're about a pip off. So you definitely want to make sure, especially when you're coming close to that expiration, that you are looking at the right price, because Nadex's price is going to determine the settlement of the actual contract, not ThinkOrSwim's. But as far as charting, I like ThinkOrSwim better. So before we get started, I'll show you. You can pause this video after I show you. But if you can go to our website, MajorLeagueTrading.com, click Preferred Broker, that's going to bring you up to this page, and then TD Ameritrade, apply now. And that's how you're actually going to go about getting the ThinkOrSwim chart here. So the ThinkOrSwim chart, you're just going to open a new account, and yeah, they're going to ask you for all of your information. If you're not a U.S. citizen, it might be a little difficult to get this. I know some countries are able to, but primarily it's going to work for U.S. citizens, Canadian citizens. Just click Open Account. They're going to ask you first your social security number, your name, stuff like that, like any brokerage would when they're opening your account. It's all regulated by the government. So that's, once you get that, you download ThinkOrSwim, create a login. Now, if you don't have, if you don't trade on ThinkOrSwim, sometimes they'll take your demo account away. They'll give you a demo account for a little bit. Now, I believe they say their minimum to fund is like $3,500. But realistically, guys, if you send 50 bucks into your account and buy a stock, they're not going to tell you no, and then they'll provide some data. So the other thing I like about ThinkOrSwim is I actually have codes that I've written in ThinkOrSwim. Those ThinkOrSwim codes, this is called my MLT pinch indicator, and I'll show you how to use that at the end of this video. But I use this to determine breakouts. And then right here is my Nadex watch list. So these are all products that you can trade on Nadex, okay? And once you open up your ThinkOrSwim account, you download ThinkOrSwim, you log in, you click charts, you can have this same grid as me. So this is actually called a flexible grid. So you'll have to go to charts, click flexible grid, and then you can have your charts just like I have mine right here. You can also import your watch list, so you can create watch lists. Each one of these products are tradable on Nadex except the Dixie. The reason that I have the Dixie on there is it's just correlated to every single USD pair, which I think there is six USD pairs. So I like to watch what the Dixie is doing. Now, another thing I like about ThinkOrSwim and why I like it better than the Nadex charts is I can color code my watch list to my charts. So say if I'm looking for a quick scan, I can click into my Nadex watch list and scroll down and populate every single one of these charts on time frames. Now, when I pull up this right here, this is USD CAD on a 10-minute, an hourly, a 4-hour, and actually this is a daily chart. Now, I think it's important to always be looking at multiple time frames. You want to be aware of higher time frame support, higher time frame resistance areas, and I do that just in one chart by having all of these lined up together, and therefore I can quickly go through the markets and determine what I want to be trading. It's pretty easy when you can actually set percentage change from the highest to the lowest, so I know The strongest market today is the Dow. It's up 2.5%. The weakest is surprise Bitcoin, down actually 8%. Bitcoin's always either at the top or the bottom because the volatility is insane. Now, when I do get this watch list, you know, you click this button on the side of your chart, it just pops it out, and then in here you can go to your watch list, and then you can go ahead and just click create watch list, and you can add in whatever symbol you like to trade. Now, if you just like to trade the indexes, you can type in the RTY, which is the Russell and Nadex, YM, which is the US 30, /NQ, which is the US Tech, /ES, which is the US 500. All of this is actually in my Nadex course, but once I have my watch list built, I'm quickly searching for different scans. Now, I actually have two different scans I run. One is called the Super Bull, and one is called the Super Bear. This is a proprietary scan that I offer traders, and I'll leave a link below if you want to get my watch list for this thing. But what we have here is, this is scanning markets that are only uptrending. Right now we have the Euro USD, the Euro JPY. You can see, look at these markets just ripping higher here in the Euro Great Britain Pound. One of the things you'll notice is that all of the markets are European-based markets. So that means the Euro here is getting pretty strong against the Pound, against the JPY, against the US dollar all day today. So a lot of times you'll see that they'll be correlated. Maybe the JPY is weak or maybe the dollar is strong, and you'll see that reflected in these scans. Part of deciding what markets to trade is huge in Nadex. You don't want to just, you know, I look at some of the same markets every day, but I also want to pay attention to what is trending, what is not trending. And these two scans are a really good way to do that. Now, what this scan is actually looking for is it's called up and increasing. So when the 4 hour and the 1 hour, this little line right here is up and increasing, you can see this one just went up and increasing on both those time frames. It tells me that European JPY is uptrending on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame, which is being on the higher time frame and the side of the trend of the higher time frame is crucial. So I will leave a link below. You can buy these indicators. No, I do not give them out for free. They cost me a lot of money to make. Therefore, I do sell them. And you can click the link below if you'd like to get them, as well as this ThinkOrSwim chart. And I have a full detailed course on how to get the Super Bear and Super Bull scan. But in my opinion, ThinkOrSwim is the best software to use for charting if you're going to trade Nadex products. The reality is, Nadex software, I mean, ThinkOrSwim spent hundreds of millions of dollars to develop that. Nadex hasn't been around as long as ThinkOrSwim. They don't have as much money in the development of charts as ThinkOrSwim. It's just a superior charting platform. No, you cannot trade Nadex on ThinkOrSwim. I am strictly using ThinkOrSwim for a charting platform and also trading trading futures or sometimes even Forex on ThinkOrSwim. But if you are looking for an alternative platform to ThinkOrSwim or to Nadex and want to trade on ThinkOrSwim or want to use them for charts, just remember, go to our website, MajorLeagueTrading.com, and just click preferred broker, and then you're going to have to apply. Once again, take a look at these charts. Not all that fancy. All right. And if you're interested in how to get my Super Bear and Super Bull scan, which keeps me on the right side of markets, I'll leave a link for that. It's called the MLT Trade Room Indicators. I'll leave a link for that below. But anyways, guys, I hope this helps, and I encourage you to download ThinkOrSwim and use it for charting because it's just a much better charting platform. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.